All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Monday. How's everybody doing? Yeah, we got a little dumpage going on a Monday. Little dumpage going on. Thank you, Bitcoin. Bitcoin was dumping. And so everything else pretty much kind of following it. There's a few exceptions. We'll talk about those. But I start with this chart here. This chart here. And you look at this chart and you're like, hey, that chart actually looks pretty good, doesn't it? That's a good looking chart, right? We've got a green candle going. Not a bad chart. So I don't know why everybody's freaking out because, oh, Doge is dumping. And I'm like, guys, this is the Dogecoin chart. This, my friends, is the Dogecoin chart. This is the monthly chart. This is the monthly chart. And look at this month of July, big green candle. Yeah, we had a wick up, came back down, but you just look at it from a charting perspective and you're like, that's a pretty good looking chart. So zoom out, take a step back, look at the bigger picture. And it's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that monthly candle looks pretty good, doesn't it? And everybody's freaking out. Oh! And we'll probably have some bears here today in the chat. Someone will come in, Doge is dumping, right? And I'll be like, just check out the beginning of the live stream. Check out the beginning of the live stream. And this right here, my friends, this is the fractal that shows what Doge is going to do this fall. At a minimum, Doge is going to 55, 60 cents. At a minimum. Not financial advice. But that's the fractal that I had on this chart from, we put this on here back in May, I think. In May, I was predicting a little pump up to like 22 cents, 23 cent, little dump here early August, because I still think that's going to happen. And then let's go. Big acceleration in when? October. The acceleration goes up in October, my friends. That is what this chart is all about. It's a good looking chart. It's a good looking chart. So I just wanted to start with that before we zoom in and look at the ugly. Because, yeah, what's going on right now is not so great. Funk. So there it is. We had a green Saturday, we had a green Sunday, and Monday, starting at about 1 o'clock in the morning, Doge started dumping. Thanks to our friend Bitcoin, because Bitcoin did the same thing. Now with Bitcoin, again, now in the 117s, where yesterday we were in the 119s, down in the 117s. And it's interesting, we go to the daily chart on Bitcoin, and what do we see? We see two green days on a Saturday and a Sunday. And what does that lead to? A Monday red candle. We have seen this before on green, consecutive green Sundays and Mondays. We have seen this before. Where was that? I was just looking at this. Yeah. It was right in here. So we have Saturday, Sunday, and then dump. That actually dumped over 4 days. And then we went Saturday, Sunday. The Monday held okay, and then it dumped. And then this one was Saturday, Sunday. Monday actually went up and then dumped. So it's been all kind of all over the place. That Saturday was red. Where was the other ones that I was? Yeah, these two right here. Saturday green, Sunday green, Monday dump, followed by Saturday green, Sunday green, Monday dump. And was there one more here? That was it. So it's happened many times where we get a nice green weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and it's followed by a big Monday red candle. So that's what we have for Bitcoin right now. And it is bearish and engulfing that the red candle right now is bigger than the green candle from Sunday. So that is a bearish sign for Bitcoin. For Doge, Doge did not have a green Saturday. Actually, it was a little bit in the red. Then a green Sunday. And of course, when we have red days with Dogecoin, Dogecoin drops at a higher percentage than Bitcoin. So that's where we start, my friends. A lot of this is about some uncertainties in the market piled on by leverage trading, taking out the leverage longs. We'll look at those later. But let's take a step back. What's happening this week? I touched on it a little bit in my video this morning. If you guys watch that video, not only the upcoming FOMC Fed meeting, but also this White House digital asset report that is going to be released on Wednesday. The digital asset report. What is it not? It's not a Bitcoin report. It's not a Bitcoin report. It's a digital asset report. But all the Bitcoiners are all saying, oh, they're going to announce government is buying Bitcoin, Bitcoin strategic reserve. And I'm like, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It says digital asset report. And what do they consider to be the most important digital asset for the government? Stable coins. Yes, stable coins. It's going to be all stable coins. Get ready. And all the Bitcoiners, oh, I thought they were going to do a Bitcoin strategic reserve. It probably won't say that. If it does, I will be surprised. But I'm just saying, be careful. It's not going to be what people think it is. I'm just putting it out there. It doesn't say Bitcoin report. It says digital asset report. So we got that. And then we've got, of course, Jerome Powell. And of course, all the Bitcoin maxis are all, wow, as soon as he announces a rate cut, Bitcoin's going to go crazy. And I'm like, it's not going to be Wednesday. Because as I showed this morning, right? 97% chance of no rate cut. We all know it, but that doesn't stop these guys from doing all these stupid posts because there's no rate cuts till September. At the earliest, September. So we have that. Lark Davis is looking at Bitcoin dominance here. Bitcoin dominance versus the price of Ethereum, because there is a somewhat inverse relationship. Ethereum goes down, Bitcoin dominance goes up. And what have we had here this month? Huge green candle for ETH and a red candle or decrease in Bitcoin dominance happening in July. Many think that this is the sign that alt season is here. Bitcoin dominance is going to drop down to 39%. And I'm here to tell you that's probably not going to happen because we're not going to see the big dumpage of Bitcoin. More and more companies are buying more and more Bitcoin. They're just buying Bitcoin. So, So, there you go. Meanwhile, Raw Paul says, my small degen bag is still Doge and smoking chicken fish. I have no idea what that is, but Raw Paul's been talking about it. But it's Doge. Dogecoin. Ride or die. Buy the ticket, take the ride. Doge. So Raw Paul is still holding Dogecoin. But we continue. BitOrigin says, look, Dogecoin no longer just a meme. It's fast, it's liquid, it has one of the strongest communities in crypto. Thank you very much. That's us. That's us right there. One of the strongest communities in crypto. So BitOrigin is all in on Dogecoin. Can you do a deep technical analysis of the smoking chicken fish? No, you'll have to ask Mr. Paul that question because I'm like, smoking chicken fish? What? But that doesn't stop all of the bullishness in Dogecoin. This first one is Dogecoin possibly dropping down to hit an upward sloping support line, and we're doing that right now. That's happening as we speak. So not unexpected, but then the move up back to 28 cents is written in the chart. We then have even more bulls saying, look, Doge is preparing for something special, double bottom and breakout, watch the retest, and then boom, retest happening now. Actually, it's dropped a little lower than this since this was posted, but you get the idea. Bullish. We got another one. Dogecoin setting up for explosive moves. 69 cents is confirmed. Bullish. I'm not done yet. We've got our friend Trader Allen. Dogecoin. Massive surge has started. Massive surge has started. Yeah, I know it's down today, but you zoom out, the charts don't look bad. Like I said, the charts don't look bad. Massive surge has started. Well, but Trader Allen not done yet either. He's like, look, Dogecoin is set to move vertically to $1 alongside of triangle number 3, which means it will be $1 by November 1st. See how easy it is? Just to sit here and draw pretty lines on a chart and say, yep, that's what it's going to do. That's it. Meanwhile, what can we do about this? What can we do about this? Should we just yell and scream and be all upset and blame somebody else like me? Or blame Dogecoin for having an infinite supply? Yeah, let's just blame Dogecoin. It's Dogecoin's fault, right? It's Dogecoin's fault. No, what we do is we look for the buying opportunities and we buy more on the dips. These are the things that we look for. We look for the buying opportunities. Look at this 4-hour chart, right? You look for the dips, red candles. We got it going on right now. Are we going to come back down to 22.2 where we had the triple bottom here last week? Are we going to do that? Or are we waiting to retest 21 cents where we were back in the middle of July, this yellow line? Are we going to see more of a pullback? If you're thinking about buying more, again, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing purchase. If you got $500, why don't you buy $250 on this dip and hold the other $250 just in case it dips a little lower? It doesn't have to be all or nothing. When's a good time to buy Doge? Red candles? Not up here at 28 cents on the big green candles. No, 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 no. Again, look at the daily here, right? You don't buy on the big green candles. You wait for the red candles, and we're having a big red candle today. So that's what I have to say. Bitcoin is not helping. Bearish engulfing daily candle on Bitcoin following 2 green candles Saturday and Sunday, and all of that gets wiped out on a Monday. The Monday dump. That's what we've got. So, my friends, we will watch Bitcoin, Doge, and we will check in on other cryptocurrencies because, you know, there are some making money. Optimism is up. Crow, yes, the crypto.com Kronos token is up. Radium, Hyperliquid, and even Tron. Yes, TRX Tron is here. And we're like, wait, we don't want Tron to catch Dogecoin again, do we? And we look at the top 10 and we say, no, there's still about $4 billion difference between Dogecoin and Tron. We're safe for now. Tron did leapfrog Cardano again. Cardano was number 9. Now Tron is number 9. The biggest losses of the day, well, Fartcoin. Fartcoin wins. Biggest, this is just the top 100, but Fartcoin wins. SWE, big pullback. Virtuals, and of course, Pump just continues to bleed out. Hedera, after the huge run it went on, it's bleeding out. It's retracing. And our friends over at Floki also going down quite a bit today. So that's the overview of the market. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Hey, Adam, how are you? Happy Monday or Tuesday, wherever you are. Like and subscribe. I hope despite the red candles in the market, you're still having a happy Monday because it's just another day in crypto, right? Will is buying H-bar on the dip. CJ, really can't lose if you stack your Doge on the dips and wait for the pump. Pretty easy, kind of, isn't it, CJ? Isn't it? It's just people get all freaked out and you're just like, well, zoom out. And yeah. I will continue to buy $100 worth of Doge every week until 30 cents and then ride it from there. Not a bad strategy there, Ace. Not a bad strategy. Stickman, think you're buying Doge with my lunch money? Oh, it's all rigged. Only buy Doge on the longest green candles, right? Of course. Wait for the really big green candles. True North, you can handle 55, 60 cents. I could too. That'd be all right. Oh no, it's got to be $1. And I'm like, it's Dogecoin. Be ready. Of course it's totally my fault, Goose. I've got rigged drawings. Yeah, exactly, Doug. Blame Kriss. Hashtag blame Kriss. Absolutely. Switch. Hope it stays down a few more days. I can't buy until the 1st. The good news is, right, dipping below 23 cents is a dip or a dump. Yeah, it's a dump. Josh bought more. By 80% Doge, 20% Fetch AI. What is happening with Fetch AI? 71 cents for Fetch. Not bigly up for the month of July like many others. So potential, but it hasn't been a big mover. Hasn't been a big mover this year. Well, it did have a good recovery April to May. That was a good run. But then it hasn't recovered back to the May high. Fetch. Good luck with that. Good luck, Max, with your Fetch. Buy Doge in small amounts if you don't want to raise your average too high. Yeah, if you're worried about raising your average, I'm like, don't worry about your average. It's coin count that matters. We talked about that this weekend. It's coin count, not your average. If you have to raise your average a little bit, if you think Doge is going higher, then buy Doge. Now, if you want to diversify and get into other cryptos, sure. Fartcoin, the smelly one, is a good buying opportunity today. I'm not buying any Fartcoin. But that's just me, right? That's just me. But that's a big dip. Boom. Down 9% today. That's a big dip. When you zoom out on this thing, what does it look like? Yeah, July 1st, it was about $1.05. Now it's $1.21. If it dips back down to $1.05, that's the buying opportunity for Fartcoin. That would be it right there for Fartcoin. Would be anything in that range right there. Right around $1.05. That would be the buying box for Fartcoin. Interesting. Okay. You bought VeChain, Link, XRP, and Doge. VeChain at 2.48 now. 2.48. I still have VThor token. It's about to drop below 0.002. So I'm a little bit in the red now on this thing. A little bit in the red on this thing now with this pullback today. Our arcade. You've got your tickets to the moon? Mr. T, I was out of town this weekend, watched yesterday's stream late last night where it inspired me to buy more. And that's why it's down. Oh, so we have someone else to blame. It's not just me. Ugh. Yep, sometimes that happens. Bad timing. And Dogecoin had continually been going up through the day on Sunday. And then Sunday night actually was more green candles. Yeah. BMNR got smacked. I don't even know what that is. Pax Cat stepped on my keyboard, crashed the market. When all else fails, blame the cat. Waiting on a re-entry point. Can you please give me a major resistance so I can buy it right around there? So you don't want resistance, you want support. Resistance is a high price that you can't get above, like right here, 24.7, 24.8. That would be resistance. So I think it's still 22.2. I mean, it bounced off it 3 times here. It's right in this range. That's what you're looking for. But don't get too cute. There's nothing that says it's going to drop back here, but that's what I would look for. Christian bought more on the red candle. Bonk looked good early today, but then it succumbed to the pullback. That's what I was watching. But early today, Bonk was like pumping this morning, but then just couldn't help itself. Couldn't stay up here. And so started dumping back down. But yeah, Bonk this morning was in the green when most everything else was in the red. I was watching that and I was like, go, Bonk, go. It just couldn't hold it. Just couldn't hold it today. Yo, Ramon. Why did you miss the last live stream? Did you buy a house? The Robinhood buy spread for Doge is 0.85. That's a lot. Aesthetic, my average is 22.9. I might buy more. Oh, it's 22.69 now. 22.69. And we just had a Bitcoin leverage trade at $310,000 just got liquidated. So the liquidations continue. They just got Bitcoin again on the red candles. So we got the pinger going on. Smelling really bad. There's so many good things going with HBAR, but even like Doge, you know what happens, Nelson? HBAR goes on a big run and it can't hold it. Not in this market, this summertime market. So the buying window is down here. I don't know if HBAR is going to go down there. So right below 25 cents. Again, I'm saying this because I still think we're going to have a dip first week of August. I don't know what's happening on Wednesday with FOMC. I mean, it's kind of a shaky week, right? We got a unemployment report coming out this week in the US. I don't know what that's going to look like. So could be a dicey week. Could be dicey week. But yeah, Doge is looking very weak right now. I know, MB, right? I should know that. The exact price, 5 years, 3 months, and 16 days. I should know that. 5 years, 3 months. It's going to be $4.20, MB. That's my prediction. $4.20 for one Dogecoin. Vine is going to have a huge dump. Now, Vine is pumping because there's all this rumors that Vine is coming back to Twitter or X. And that's what the rumor mill is saying. Is it's coming back. So it's up 21% today. And it's not dropping back. So yeah, so this is the Vine chart. I'm not chasing this thing. But that's the rumor. That Vine is coming back. So whoever made the Vine token, I don't even know who made this, but it is the Vine token. It's out there. And how long has this thing been trading? It's been a while, hasn't it? This has it on MEXC since January. So the initial launch, big sell-off, dump, down to 3 cents. It's kind of traded around there from February all the way till July. And then here in July, all of a sudden, boom. Yeah, I'm not chasing that. Not chasing that. About to buy 100 Doge. Let's go. Robert is looking to up from 30,000 coins to 50,000. Will is playing with his Roth IRA, Utley.ETF. What is in the Utley.ETF? I don't even know what that is. Utley. Yield Max Ultra Option Income Strategy. Utley. Actively managed ETF seeks to generate monthly income from a portfolio of covered call strategies. Covered calls. Good luck with that. In your retirement account, sure, why not? It's retirement money. What the hell? Oh. Byron buying some fart coin. Buying some fart coin. BMNR is Bitmine. Okay. Yeah, that pump token thing, not good. KMAC, not good. Red Bull, you got your tickets for Boston? Can happen. I'll be here. Still waiting on a bank transfer. A bank transfer. See, that's the problem with banks right there, Chaz. That's exactly the problems with banks. It's your money. You should have it. Fed is Wednesday, Raphael. Oh, you got a Cybertruck. Wow, Ramon. A Cybertruck. Congratulations. Super cool. Full self-driving. Well, thank you, Goose. I try and explain it to people, but they're all fixated on their average price. And they don't want to buy more and raise their average. And it's just like, if you think the price is going to go up from here, it's coin count. $0.20? Hey, Charlotte, welcome. I get more money the middle of August, buy more crypto, so get in now before I raise the price. Yeah. Sell when Kriss retires from his job. It's going to be a few years. I'm going to be taking some slices of some profits later this fall. So, staking my 2,000 Solana on Robinhood. Solana's going to do great. And you get more Solana if you stake it, so sure. Again, I don't know if that's real staking that happens on Robinhood or not. I don't think it is, but you get extra Solana tokens by staking, so crazy deal. 7,500 tax credit, 0% financing. So you have to just make your payments then, right? How low? Well, I made a box. 22.2. 22.2 is support right here. Vine is the perfect example of a buying opportunity. Yeah. Oh. What's my thoughts on Misty? 100,000 investment. Yeah, I don't know about that, Joseph. I'm just buying crypto now. Ouch, that hurts, Max. Yeah, but she said it. She said it before. A couple weeks ago, a few weeks ago. Was thinking of putting my Doge profits on that, paying off a house, filling back up the Doge bag. If you can't handle the red days, then cryptocurrency may not be for you. Volatility is very real. Yeah, some people don't get it. Diamond hands, people. Can you 10x your portfolio? Probably not from here. Again, we are in the last few months of the 4-year cycle. So the time to 10x would have been buying 2 years ago. That's when we were buying at the bottom of the bear market. I was able to 10x Jasmine, but nothing else has really 10x'd. I don't think there's going to be that much of a huge thing. I don't know. But yeah, that was, you can 10x when you buy earlier in the 4-year cycle. But from here, and I don't know what else is in your portfolio, but I mean, is Doge going to 10x to $2.27? My mom sold her car privately, and she said the bank held the transfer for a week as they thought it was fraudulent. Doesn't happen with Dogecoin. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Thank you. Appreciate it. DC Bundles. Thanks for the super sticker there. Oh, Charlotte doesn't only want to know whether you hold Dogecoin or not. She wants to know how many. What is your coin count? Oh, there's your portfolio. ADA, SWE, Link, Ondo, and Flux. They're not going to 10x from here. I don't know what your buy prices were for those, but you're not going to 10x from here. It's a good portfolio. I don't see any Doge in there, but I won't take that personally. Good portfolio, but it's not a 10xer. Sorry. Hi, Daniel. Be nice to have a surprise rate cut. Less than a 3% chance? No. Charlotte wants to know how big the bag is. Peanut money, $5,000 down, $1,400 a month. taking the free money. Well, enjoy the car. Post some pics on the YouTube community. Would love to see it. What have you started, Max? Sick of dating men who not only don't own crypto and who still say, I don't understand that crypto thing. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh. Got 17,000 ready to buy Doge. So again, bubble. It's not an all or nothing thing. You can just dollar cost average in a little bit at a time. Because I don't know if Doge is going to stay down here in the 22s, go back up and rebound into the 23s tonight, or drop even lower. So if you just buy a little bit now, if you wait for 17 cents, that's greed. And it probably won't happen. Miguel, I got my weekly buy-in coming tomorrow. I'll take some 22-cent Doge. So from driving a Cybertruck back to a Range Rover, it felt like a dinosaur. I bet it did. Hold on. 978-644. 222. Hold on. Okay. How low we going? Well, I've got this green box down here, 22.2. We had a triple bottom here, Thursday, Friday, and then again later Friday. It's a triple bottom there. Had a nice weekend, 2 green days. Well, for Bitcoin. The Saturday ended up technically being a red day on the candle, although it ended up good. Just after the daily close on Saturday, and Sunday was up. So a Monday dump. Pengu will flip Sheeb. Pengu will flip Sheeb. Pengu is 2.5 billion. Sheeb is 7.8 billion. So that's a 3x on Pengu while Sheeb stands still. You think that's going to happen? That's a pretty bold prediction. A 3x for Pengu while Sheeb stands still. It only has to do a 2x to get by Pepe. Pepe's at 5 billion. It's close to Bonk. This is just the memes. Interesting. I did a $600 swing trade on Pengu and made 40 bucks. Way to go, Beeb. Yes. And then you pay the taxes on it and you only have 30. But that aside, It's $30. Have a nice dinner. Enjoy it. It's like a free dinner. Nice job. What am I asking the 8-ball, Robert? I didn't see. Somebody had an 8-ball question. You have to put it in again. Hey, Gene, new to Doge. Do you think Dogecoin will ever go down to 8 cents? I don't. I do not think we're going to see Doge back below 10 cents again. And it will probably only go into the teens, maybe next bear market. Right now, we're like ready for the big blow off bull run here. I know, Max. This is what we began, zoomed out, and it's like, this isn't much. It's 2 reds in a row, though, for week. Don't like that. But yeah, maybe by the end of the week, we'll be back up over 24 cents. If Jerome Powell is nice to us on Wednesday. Not that he's going to lower interest rates, just he's going to be a little dovish. He's going to be a little dovish. He's going to say some nice things. Yeah, I don't know. I was actually waiting for this to happen since I missed buying before that previous pump. So you're buying now. There you go. You're having your Cybertruck wrapped. All right. Would love to see it. Kronos, how are you? Next week, Bruce, we'll probably be adding some more Doge. Yep. Ali says NVIDIA goes to his $194 target. I know. He's wrong about everything. NVIDIA's now 176. It could do it. That's not too unreasonable. I don't know what the PEEP release is, but good luck. Hello, Hamid. How are you? The smoking chicken fish. I know, right? What is Raw Paul smoking? What is this? The smoking chicken fish. It's under a penny. You can get a lot of these. Maxim, you can buy a ton of these. The smoking chicken fish. It's actually just kind of been going sideways for a long time. Whoa, here we go. Last November, it went on a big run. October, November, 14, 15 cents. There was the huge run last October. And now you can get it for under a penny. The smoking chicken fish. I have no idea what this thing is, but man. I mean, this could be your 10Xer right here. It only goes up to 7 cents. And that's a 10X. Forever who is asking about a 10X thing. Just buy the smoking chicken fish, not financial advice. That's a terrible chart. Look at that. That is just an awful chart. God, you never know, though, about these things, right? You never know. It hasn't done anything in July. The smoking chicken fish. God. I'm not putting that on my watch list. I was expecting this dip yesterday. I was a day off. We don't blame you, Kriss. Well, thank you. Nah, you can blame Chris. The global M2 is a bigger indicator. It doesn't talk about day to day or week to week, right? It's a bigger thing. So overall, when you zoom out, the M2 makes sense. Price will go up. But on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, you can't really follow M2. Since I started investing, I'm up 170%. Matt, that's awesome. You're not going to get that in the stock market. That's crypto. The smoking chicken is overcooked. The smoking dead fish looks like a collectible. Exactly, right? Oh my God. Japanese EU citizens will sell Bitcoin so that the USA can once again invest. Yeah, Dogecoin and Bitcoin. Can't go wrong. It's been quite a ride. The smoking chicken fish. Now everybody's thinking about the smoking chicken fish. This is Raul Paul, his small degen bag. And if he has a small bag, you know that's a lot of money. Doge and smoking chicken fish. Smoking chicken fish. Someone says the smoking chicken fish isn't ever going to come back. Gag on that one. And Raul says, I like the meme. All right? I like the meme. Smoking chicken fish. Oh my God, that's too funny. The smoking chicken fish. There are NFTs for smoking chicken fishes. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a world we live in now, right? What a crazy world. I never thought I would ever say that. Smoking chicken fish. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, I'm only 150 subs away from 20,000, which means sometime in August, I'm going to be having a 20,000 sub watch. That'll be fun. We'll have a lot of fun with that one. That's coming. But if you subscribe before 20K, you can say, I subbed to Kriss before he hit 20,000 subs. You can say that. Exactly, Maxim. Bitcoin, Doge, and a little smoking chicken fish is all you need. It's under a penny. Under a penny. I know what I'm going to do about Doge, says Charles. I'm going to buy more. Exactly, Miguel. What has America done? Smoking chicken fish. All right, where can we buy it? Now you got me. It's like, uh-oh. Where do you buy this? Is it a Solana? It's probably Solana, right? Smoking chicken fish. Yep. It's a Solana token. You can get it on Radium. Swap your Solana. Mexi, Gate, Pitmart. All those. Meteora. So if you're on Meteora or Radium, you can swap for the smoking chicken fish. There you go. These MEXC guys keep emailing me. They want me to partner with them. And I'm like, do I want to partner with MEXC? I mean, American citizens can't trade on MEXC. One of the best days of my life, Goose, was selling my sheep. One of the best days of my life. On Phantom, you can swap it on Phantom for Sol, right? Solana. Exciting times. Doge and the smoking chicken fish. Yes, very exciting. Hey, Doge is going to be great. You guys have no idea what's coming. No, some of you do. You have an idea. But for some of you, it's not going to be good enough, and you're going to want more. And it could disappoint you. So you have to be ready for that. We will talk about profit-taking strategies. I'm very confident in Dogecoin for the fall. I'm not going to sell all my Doge, though, just because you never know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. And there's all this talk about this cycle now with Bitcoin, maybe being an extended cycle, super cycle, no bear market. All of that stuff is out there. Maybe. My honest opinion about Solana. Solana is overpriced because of Pump.Fun. Seriously, 2 years ago when Pump.Fun started to hit big, just about 2 years ago, everyone was buying Sol in order to swap for the stupid meme tokens that were all being created on Pump.Fun. And of course, you had guys like James at Invest Answers, like, oh, look at Solana, isn't it great? And I'm like, all of that activity is just swapping for stupid meme tokens. So overall, my honest opinion, it's probably overbought. And they keep minting more and more Solana tokens. So I've showed the how many more Solana tokens there are now than 4 years ago, which is the other big thing. Do you know, Christian, that the inflation rate of Solana over the past 4 years is more than double the inflation rate of Dogecoin? Did you know that? See, most people don't look at that. I look at that stuff. And people don't care. They just see Solana, buy it. They don't care. They don't know what they're buying. And as soon as the Solana price goes down a little bit, you don't see people complaining about the inflation of the number of tokens. But on Doge, they do. It is just like, oh. But that doesn't mean you can't make money on it because people keep buying Solana. But that's what it is. It's all based, that whole run in the past year and a half was all based on stupid Pump.Fun meme tokens. Solana needs to be stopped with those tokens. Once it's out of the bag, you can't rein it back in. People need to stop. That's what it is, Miguel. People need to stop buying those tokens. That's the way it stops. Because people say enough. Max thinks Bitcoin will close the daily candle over 119 or crash to 115. It may just stay down here in the 118s, which is the yellow line we've been watching for weeks since July 11th, this yellow line. Bitcoin is just keeps going right back to it. 118. Sell when Elon makes KrissPax the Doge ambassador. That's something that's not going to happen. Short-lived pumps wreck. Yes, they do. We don't like that. I know, when you zoom out on the charts like I did at the beginning of the stream, for those that didn't see, after the stream's over, to scroll back and watch the first 5 minutes. Zoomed out, big time. Good looking chart. Smoking chicken fishes, pudgy penguins. Yeah, I know, Goose, right? I think I'll stick with Doge. Everybody wants to be rich instantly. It's like the guy asking 10x. I mean, that's the expectations of your portfolio doing a 10x are skewed. But we did know, right, that coins can do a 10x. It shouldn't be an expectation, though. I know you get asked about XRP. Not a big fan. Correct. 8 billion in trading volume over the last 24 hours. Yeah, I don't know. Nope, didn't show the heat map, Danny. Didn't show the heat map. We still have more being taken out, though. Oh, somebody just lost $124,000 on Dogecoin. Long leverage trade. What are you doing? Why are you doing long leverage trades with Doge? You lose your Dogecoin if you do that. Some people will never learn. So heat maps. Let's start with Bitcoin. Where is the most recent trading going? A lot on the short side. Leverage longs down to 117. To about 117 there. A lot of people shorting Bitcoin. But not with a lot of leverage. But they're shorting Bitcoin. Interesting. And Doge, let's take a look. Yeah, Doge, it's all up here on the shorts. A lot of shorts, short and Doge. Bunch of leverage longs got wiped out today. But the shorts live on, and they're all up here, 24, 25 cents. They're making money. Few new leverage long trades are coming in. But I don't know if they're going to survive. When KrissPax decides to make Elon ambassador, that Doge log chart you posted on X like a week ago was awesome. The Doge log chart. Oh, that was the yearly, right? That was the yearly. This one. Yeah, that's it. That's zoomed out. That's way zoomed out. But look, 2017 had this huge green candle. 2021 had this huge green candle. Look at 2025 so far. It's not even green. It's still red. So That's what's coming, guys. That's what's coming. We're not even there yet. Not even there yet. My $1,000 dry powder is ready to go. First week of August. Good buy opportunity. Yep, they'll probably grab the longs at 117 first because we're right near there. So, yep, I would expect that. Historical lows, first weeks of August. It happens just about every year. And then go for the shorts. Yep, that's my scenario, RR, exactly. Why is it dipping if there's so many people buying in? People sell for all kinds of reasons, but a lot of it is market makers pushing prices down. Take out the leverage trades. A lot of shorts, a lot of heavy shorts, just taking advantage of summertime still before the big run happens in the fall. Good afternoon, Raul. I know, can you imagine that? The dollar gets stronger with the EU trade deal and Bitcoin goes down. That is interesting, isn't it? DXY went up. Should have bought DXY today. Bitcoin dominance is up today. Look at that. Again, on a red day, Bitcoin doesn't drop as much as other cryptos. So on a red day, Bitcoin dominance goes up. Another try to 28 cents or all the way down to 15. Neither. Not right now. I think we're going to be stuck in the low 20s. Yeah, I don't know, Con, if it's going to bounce back that high, but it could. Bitcoin dominance. This is the double bottom you're talking about. I imagined it was about 63%. Actually, Con, that's where I thought it would be right now. 63 on my prediction. So yeah, if we continue to see red in the overall market, we will see Bitcoin dominance go up. Hey, Joe, nice bag of Doge, 3,000 more, and you've got 100K. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks, Rolf, for reminding people. Appreciate it. The Dogecoin yearly chart. Gotta love it. August dips, good time to buy. Hey, Aussie, how's your Tuesday so far? Yes, too many market manipulators. I agree with that. This green box just has a big, it's like a big magnet. It's just like pulling Dogecoin down to it. It's what that is. So Ryan, people have tried that. And then the dip doesn't happen like that. And then it starts running and you sold. That swing trade that's tough. Particularly thinking about that on a red day. Obviously, in hindsight, the time to have tried that is when you had these big green days over here and price was accelerating up a week ago. That's when you want to start. If you're going to think of swing trading, that's the time you want to think about it, is when you're all euphoric and like rah, 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 go, 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 Dogecoin. And you're ready to like take snapshots of your portfolio and how much things are up. That's when you start to think, maybe I could sell a little and then buy back in at a lower price, but not on a day like today, because it's already down 5.5%. I have no idea what's coming. True, neither do I. But I have hope. I have history. I just have a hunch on history. Hi, Parwees, how are you? Right, dominance goes up, meaning altcoins are bleeding. No, my bags. Exactly. Have a great afternoon, Miguel. Yeah, Red Sox are in Minnesota. Coming off a nice win over the Dodgers. Yeah. Ryan, what David said. Sitting on the beach, Christoph. Sounds nice. I'm working. Sitting on the beach. Must be nice, huh? Grilling some kielbasa tonight, Christoph? Grilling some kielbasa? Everyone freaking out? The 3-month chart? Yep, 3-month chart is good too. Big green candle on the 3-month chart. Look at that. That's a good one. What does this look like in logarithmic? Even better. Look at that. 3-month chart. Good suggestion, Luke. The 3-month chart. It's all about coin count, RR. That's what we talked about yesterday. It's coin count. Saturday, the theme was stick to the plan. Stick to the plan Saturday. Coin count Sunday for what's coming. Again, not financial advice. I just tell you what I'm doing. I'm preparing for something big this fall. Hey, Donnie. How are you? Welcome. Exactly, CJ. The Fed is not going to cut rates on Wednesday. And there is going to be an August pullback like there is every year. I'll be ready. If Bitcoin hits 150, could Doge hit 50 cents? Could Doge hit 50 cents? 150. I got to zoom in a little more to do this. $150. That's going to be up there, isn't it? Here we go. So from where we are now to 150. So if Bitcoin goes on a 20, let's call it 25%. So Bitcoin would be up 25%, and you think Doge will go up 100% if Bitcoin goes up 25. See, if I say Doge outperforms Bitcoin on a 2-to-1 basis, If Bitcoin goes up 25%, Doge will go up 50%. So when Bitcoin hits 150, my price prediction for Doge is about 33, 35 cents. Does that make sense? That's what I think. 33, 35 cents. If Bitcoin hits 150. And that's doubling the percent gain than what Bitcoin gets. That's what that would be. Bitcoin is kind of saying, hey guys, look, we're kind of done with the dipping for today. We're kind of done. That's what Bitcoin is saying. I'm going to reestablish myself over 118. I'm going to stay up here. Top sirloin is marinating. Oh, well, that's better than a kielbasa, I would say. Sweet Italian sausage for you, DB. Ah, all good stuff. Adam, a guy at work is new into crypto. His friend talked him into Kaspa. Kaspa, are you kidding me? Things are in the works. Things have been in the works for Kaspa for so long. Nobody's doing anything with Kaspa. Oh my God. How do you talk someone into Kaspa? The Doge floor has increased more than expected. I agree. But yeah, let's enjoy the summer. When in doubt, zoom out. I do say that. Hey, King Jono. Sean Ryan interviewed Brian Armstrong, Coinbase CEO. Brian Armstrong has done great with that company. You got to admit, Coinbase is just awesome. They stuck it out through the tough times, building as a crypto exchange when nobody wanted crypto in the United States. And look what they've grown it into. You're making me curious on August price prediction. Feeling 20 cents, but who knows? Just buy red and chill on the stream. Yep, CJ. I'm saying buy a little now, save some for August. That's all I'm saying. The charts say save a little bit of dry powder for August. That's all I'm saying. Alpha Cry, how are you? M87. M87. We looked at this. We did look at this. Oh, what happened to my smoking chicken fish? But thanks for coming back. How's M87 doing? Messier. I remember that. $884 billion tokens. It's up 73% for the month. Up 562% on the year. There's no doubt if you got in early on this, you made some money. We're excited to team up and list Floki on our P2P exchange. This listing lets anyone buy and sell Floki with zero slippage. Well, I can buy Floki on Robinhood with zero slippage. But I get it. If you're into a decentralized exchange, right? Messier seems to be a good one. SCA. I feel stupid for not getting into M87 sooner. I'm watching it take off without me. Yeah. You can't deny this thing has done great. Absolutely, have done great. A little bit down on the week. And a little bit down on the day. So good buying opportunity for M87 if someone's interested. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, the YouTube community page is great. Anybody can post there. Post pictures of what you're cooking tonight. Post away. Hey, G Immortal, ETH. ETH. You know, a lot of eyes on ETH now, particularly this chart. This is Bitcoin dominance in ETH. I showed this earlier in the stream. So as if ETH takes off over 4,000, if ETH takes off over 4,000, Bitcoin dominance is going to drop. My prediction for Bitcoin dominance dropping, though, is not all the way down to 39%. I'm saying 50 probably. Because we're not going to have that big rotation out of Bitcoin like we had back here in 2020. Well, actually, that was 2017. This one, 2021. And Bitcoin dominance didn't get up into the 70s like it did in 2020. So I don't know. I think it's going to not be as dynamic, but I don't know what Vitalik is doing with ETH and what's going on at the ETH Foundation and all this. I don't follow it that closely. I've got about 6 ETH that I hold, which I'm planning on taking profits on that this fall as well. So we'll see. I try to tell him it doesn't look good for Cass. So he bought more. Well, you tried, Adam. I don't know about Caspa. I don't know. Back under 10 cents today. I mean, like everything else that went up in July, has not exceeded where it was in May. I've looked at this before. I've got a bunch of lines on this chart. Yeah, we were looking at this back in March. No, August. Yeah, last year we were looking at this. Yeah, that was weird. It spiked up last summer up to 20 cents. And then the big run in November when everything else was flying, yeah, it went up, but didn't go higher than it was earlier in the summer. So something was going on with this thing before. But man, did it crash. I just don't know if it's ever going to become anything. Caspa. Don't know. Doge is not looking ready to turn around. Bitcoin was starting to here. But Doge is like, nope. Yeah, I don't do anything pre-sale. And all these token memes, meme token things. No, sorry, New, not looking at it. They're getting big exposure, Messier. Retail will trust DEXs because the central exchanges get funny during busy times. Yep. Yeah, the whole thing about decentralized exchanges and how they're going to work in the future. I mean, short term right now, it's a great place to be anonymous and swap and do all of that. I don't know what's going to happen, though, more in the future. Matt, you're thinking about renovating your house, but instead you're just going to pay the mortgage down. Get rid of the debt. I like that. Get rid of the debt, and then you'll have freedom. Then you can do whatever you want. I like that. I like that. I want to get rid of the debt, not make the debt that I have look nicer. That's a good way to think of it. But yeah, being debt-free is a good thing. Good thing. Yeah, Caspa did something crazy last summer. Crazy trading last summer. You watch Ben's video? Hope he's not right. What did he say, Oz? Altcoins are going to bleed. I think that's what he was saying, right? For the next 2 months. I know that Robinhood thing. It shows 22.7, but you can't buy it at 22.7. You'll be lucky to get 22.85 right now on Robinhood, with the price showing on Binance 22.7. But that's Robinhood. No, King of Kings. I pay property taxes, right? The property taxes in the city here go to pay for the police, the fire, the schools, the teachers, the city operations, right? All of that. That's not owing the government rent. That's paying for the services in the city or town that you live in, is what your property taxes go to. I kind of don't mind if my house is on fire having a fire truck show up. I kind of don't mind that. So, yeah, I'll pay a little for that. I'm just not paying the banks. Basically, no alt season. In ETH, Bitcoin dominance. So he thinks ETH will go up with no alt season? Interesting. Well, if you don't pay your property taxes, then the city can, take your property. So, okay, go live out in the woods then. I kind of like living in the city, and I'll pay to have the police, keep things safe. The firemen come and put out the fire. The schools to teach the kids, right? I'll pay for that. Nothing like having a house paid for, but I'll pay my property tax. That's okay. Just someone else who just wants to complain. Are you in Florida? Florida's talking about no property taxes, but then I'm like, okay, then who's paying for the fire department and the police department and the schools? I mean, that's my question to DeSantis, right? Is then how do those things get paid for? Because somebody has to pay them. No, he's got a legitimate point here, because in Florida, they are considering getting rid of property taxes. But my question is, how are those services, how are those town and city services going to get paid for if there's no property taxes? They'll take it out of something else. Take it out of something else. Right. Go live in the middle of nowhere and property tax is cheap because it doesn't have to go pay for fire departments and police departments. That's all. Rentals. What, they're going to tax rentals or something? Yeah, some cities and towns do not have city and town garbage pickup where you take your garbage to the dump. Well, they don't call it the dump. They call it the transfer station, right? You have to take your own garbage to the transfer station because they save you on your property taxes by not providing that trash pickup service. So then you end up paying a private company or you take it yourself. You want to put your smelly garbage bags in your car and drive it to the dump, the transfer station. Yeah, I don't know, Donnie. I mean, Florida, they're serious about no property taxes, but rentals, taxing the rentals, raising sales taxes, that's what I want to see. It's got to get paid for some way. They're going to raise taxes somewhere, Bruce. Good morning, Anthony. Sunshine, how are you? Another dip. Season of chop. We're back. Yep. Tax the owners of the rentals. Homesteading will be exempt. That's just going to kill property values. It's going to kill property values because people just want to sell. They don't want to deal with that. People that don't own their home will still pay tax until the house is paid off. Huh. Anthony, you're going to start buying back in trickles all the cryptos in your portfolio? Anthony, all of them? Don't you have some Dogecoin in your portfolio? Are you perhaps going to start buying some Dogecoin? Huh. I still have a couple cryptos I need to take to the transfer station. I do too. I do too. Oh. You're considering the move when that happens? Yeah. Increasing sales taxes, introducing user fees, raising tourism-related taxes, hotels, car rent, all that stuff. Somebody pays. Brevo just bought some more. Daddy, tired of losing? That's why we're here, right? That's why we're here, to turn it around. Good things are coming. Buying the dips, be ready. Be ready for the big rips. We've got bullish chart after bullish chart after bullish chart. Bullish chart. Bullish chart. All these bullish charts, they're all bullish. The dips before the rips. The 2045 price. I can't wait to make that video, CJ. I can't wait. The 2045 Dogecoin price prediction video. I can't wait to make it. It's going to be awesome. Remember before the election in November last year, Trump was mentioning about no tax on US-made cryptos. What happened to that? From what I hear, it is still being discussed. Still being discussed. Now there is this. The White House Digital Asset Report is going to be released on Wednesday. The Digital Asset Report. We don't know what that's going to say yet. I'm guessing it's going to be more about stable coins than anything else. But the tax thing, Trump can't decide on its own because it's Congress that levies taxes. So that would be a change in a tax law that Congress would have to approve. So yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. The no tax on crypto will probably roll out with other crypto stuff. Yeah, it's just that the tax thing takes Congress. They can do other stuff. They can do other crypto stuff that doesn't require Congress, but I don't like what I'm seeing in the price action of Doge. I agree. It's not bullish right now. How do you make money on stable coins? By not losing. January, I'm going to dump it all into stables. I don't know. Big bear market and you're holding stable coins. Woohoo! No, stable coins is just going to be the transactional digital currency. That's all. That's the thing about stable coins. It's going to become the digital dollar. It's going to be a stable coin. And there's a bunch of companies making them. They'll all be regulated. That's the future. It's the future digital dollar. Stable coins. Hey, Joshua. Been through many Dogecoin cycles. And here we are with the dip, waiting for the rip. And here we are again. I know. Same with England, Aussie. You show up in a small boat, you'll be looked after. Yeah. Donnie says, if DeSantis can remove property taxes, I'll move back. Left Orlando in 2021. Yeah, the property taxes are 2/3 less. Cheap living in North Carolina. Pretty peaceful there, too. Florida's got other challenges, but I know. The not my senator, Elizabeth Warren, completely anti-crypto. I can't stand her either. Can't stand her either. Yeah, a little green candle. Bitcoin's like, yeah, like I said, Bitcoin was like, I'm done with the 117s going up, and Doge is now finally deciding, okay, maybe I will go up. I know, Anthony, I was kidding. It was a joke. That was a total joke on the stablecoin thing. No, if I'm holding money through a bear market, I'll have it like on Robinhood Gold, earning some percentage, getting yield. It won't be stables. I can see crypto falling if they remove the PDT rule. I think the cycle of penny stocks will reignite. And the world asks, what is the crypto PDT rule? Right? You were wondering that, guys, weren't you? Josh posts this, and it's like, what is that? It's a pattern day trading rule, does not apply to cryptocurrency trading. So there you go. Doesn't apply to cryptocurrency trading. Oh, does it mean that a bunch of traders, instead of trading crypto, they're going to go and trade stocks then? If they take that away, is that what you mean? Josh, I think that's what you mean. A lot of traders will just go and trade penny stocks. That makes sense. How is our Annie girl? I don't know. I have not, I've been ghosting her. I have not gone back and checked on her once. She just kept repeating herself. I was getting tired of her. So soon, I know. Money moving from one sector to the other. Hey, Wiley. What would happen if the company with stablecoin goes bankrupt or closes? I know, right? I don't know those details. Again, I am not an expert on stablecoins. I don't care about stablecoins. But that's a good question. And there's going to be a bunch of them. Can you ask Annie how the passenger of the yellow Ferrari feels? Oh. They're looking to move that PDT rule for stocks. Okay. I don't know the details of that, Oz. That's a big question I have, is how does a Dogecoin stablecoin work? I get that there's concern about the volatility of Dogecoin itself. So not using the Dogecoin itself for the transaction, but a Doge stablecoin for the transaction. There's something there, though, that I don't get yet. If we have to wait till it becomes public, because I don't know. Yeah, I'll see. They're not going to change that. Longing and shorting is what it is. So we're stuck with it. Totally stuck. I show a Kev Capital chart every now and then. He's been really hot on this USDT dominance. And I'm just like, I just don't follow stablecoin dominance as a thing. But I get it. I'm not interested in that. So maybe they're waiting for the ETF news. Yeah, I don't know where the whole Doge OS thing and when that's going to roll out. We're still waiting on Such Pay, House of Doge, and all of that. I mean, there's so many good things we're waiting for. And here we are, end of July. I mean, I'll take 22, 23 cent Doge over 16, 17 cent Doge, which is where we were a month ago. So this is good. We had that taste of 28-cent Doge, and that was pretty nice. We want more, though. Like maybe, let's say, $1. Maybe Doge goes to $1 and then it just stays there and becomes its own stable coin. All of us early Doge investors would like that. But yeah, I don't know what the future of Doge would be then. Yeah, I don't like the whole idea of stable coins either, Anthony. I don't like it either. You were buying on the dips last September, 8-cent Doge, Kings. It's a good time to buy. You held through November, December. Why would you buy the Dogecoin ETF? You know you have to pay a fee on that, right? Just buy the real Dogecoin. The people who buy the ETFs are either too lazy to buy the real Dogecoin or too afraid to do it. You don't want the ETF. You want the real Dogecoin. PopCat. Pax Cat's wallet is probably still green, but it went down. PopCat. Down 8% today for PopCat. But yeah, you zoom out though and you're like, yeah, this thing's still doing pretty well. Still doing well. Yeah, but from 48 cents down to 35 cents, that's worse than Doge on Doge's drop, right? 27%. And what's Doge's? 19%. Yeah, so PopCat fell back from the July highs harder than Doge. Doge's circulating supply of 150 billion makes it make sense for as a currency. I know, Revo, but the United States government is all going stable coins. Stable coins. Killing Me Softly with his song. Yep, I remember that song. That was Roberta Flack. Yep. I remember that from the 1970s. Hi, Abo. How are you? You're round tripping your Doge? Yeah, that was a big song on the radio. I remember that. The price action of Doge recently reminds me of that song, Killing You Softly. Ah! Ah! Dogecoin doesn't know what it wants to do right now. Just kind of hanging. All right, gang, that's what we got for today. Look, Dogecoin, we'll see if we can climb back over 23 cents tonight. Tomorrow, not a lot going on. I will not be live on Tuesday. I got an event I'm going to tomorrow night. So no KrissPax live on Tuesday. You will have to find something else to do during this 2-hour time frame on tomorrow. No KrissPax live tomorrow. But I'll be back Wednesday to follow up after the FOMC meeting to clean up all the dregs after Tom Crown's live stream during the announcement of the interest rate cut, of which there won't be, and Chair Powell's follow-up Q&A session. I'll be over on Tom Crown's channel watching that. And then when that's over, I will start my own live stream to do all the follow-up and see how things are trading. So, okay. Email sent, Donnie. All right. We will take a look at that tonight. I'll let you know. Have a nice evening, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.